Hey guys, this is KillerRob speaking, and in today's episode of Great Engineer, Terrible Driver, we are going to design a 1952 luxury car in automation and hot lap it in BeamNG.drive on the automation test track. What driver score will I achieve today? We shall find out. 1952, and I see some very large vehicles here already. Mainly this one. That's looking fantastic. I think this one is just what we need. 3.2 meters wheelbase. That is massive. And we do have a 2-door version coupe and a 4-door version sedan. I think the sedan is what we're going for. It's from 1949, so pretty solid. A full aluminium because extra prestige. And we are going for monocoque design and steel. Galvanized steel. Not much difference for a vehicle like this. The environmental resistance would be nice. It would be nice to choose this one just for the long-term effect once all those mechanics are implemented in the light campaign setting and so on. That the longer your cars actually last, the more of them can build a basis for your reputation and so on. So that would certainly be something your company would be aiming for, but it requires a galvanization plant, and that can be a little expensive. We are going for... We can actually make this rear-engined. We can actually make this thing rear-engined. That could be interesting. Let's try that out. That would be a weird one, but... And that could give us a bit more leeway when it comes to the brakes, because this thing will weigh way too much, even with the fix to brake force in the latest update. Double wishbone, of course. That is the only thing that a proper luxury car needs. And I think we're going with dirt cheap V12. Let's see, dirt cheap V12, what do I mean by that? Well, probably a pushrod. And let's see, how large do we want to make it? 7 liters? No, 6.5? 6.5 liter V12 sounds about right. Doesn't have to rev anywhere. It's fine. Alright, let's use that as a basis. We don't want power from this thing. We do want to have adequate amount of power. Nothing over the top. So really low cam profile. Compression probably needs to be a bit lower. We will have issues choosing a fuel system. Oh, fucking hell. Triple 2-barrel carb. Yeah, fuel system, like distribute the carbs along this long line of cylinders. It's not easy. And standard intake. That looks about right. We go for regular leaded. And... do we need sportiness in this one? I believe there's a small requirement of sportiness for the luxury segment. So maybe we do. We want to optimize this for roughly 2000 RPM. Very low. So that we get this nice big torque bulge at the low end. Which means that you basically don't have to shift gears at any point. It's like, yeah, stay in fifth all the time. Fifth gear actually doesn't exist in 1952, so that's why I said that. Okay, we go for rev limiter of 4,500 to start out with. And maybe we do want to have a bit of extra quality here, not too much. Short cast, and how much power are we going to make? I hope not more than like 200 something low horsepower-ish. And we do want to have double reverse flow. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. 170. We have... Oh, the exhaust is limiting. Exhaust is limiting. Yeah, it was very limiting. Okay. Yeah, 200 horsepower. That sounds about right. Don't want to have this one too open. I think I'm going for 188. Now I just need to limit the rev limiter a bit more. 4,100 RPM. It's revving to the moon. And of course, optimize for compression for the... There we go. Perfect. 194 horsepower. and beautiful torque curve for any kind of luxury vehicle. It is peaking out at 1,800-ish. And goes to 2,100. That's our peak, somewhere there. And then it's just dropping off like a proper luxury torquey engine thingy. That's what people like. Oh yes, and before you kill me, I am going to switch to dual exhaust. Yes, just have to limit this down again. Yeah, there we go. 187 throughput, and that gives us a nice big bump down here. We don't want all the wheel spin that comes with that much power. Oh, and another thing. Of course, you want to heal the engine, even though it's a V12, and people don't like the V12 sound right now. Kind of have to fix that at some point. But here we go. Yeah. Basically, only hear the head there, not the grunt from the actual exhaust. Hear like the valves clattering. All right, incompatible engine layout. Ooh, I've never seen that before. That's cool. That's good. So, sorry. Don't put it in the bonnet. It's not fitting in there. And yeah, there's a lot of space back there. We put our V12 in the back. Let's see where it actually goes. Back to the car. And we're going to do all the fixture stuff later. Hello there, little... Oh, nice. Nice, V12 behind the rear seats. And then a massive, hopefully, bonnet in the front. Oh, well, that should have lots of baggage space. And whenever you crash it with something, your baggage is the crumple zone. Perfect. Oh, we can go with an automatic gearbox. 2 gears. Oh, beautiful. Slush box. Probably takes like half the power away in power losses, but we don't need all the top speed after all. Whoa, the gearing! That gearing, yeah, 184 is all the way up there. That's because the engine revs so low. It's nothing you can do about it. Alright, I really hope that this helps with our brakes, though. Let's see, 165s. Ugh. Let's try to make the wheels larger so that we can put some more tires on here. 165, yeah, 16-inch. I don't need more width to the tires. I don't need more grip necessarily. What I do need is brakes, and they need wheel size. So 2 shoe drums, all the size 320, 320. And now we have to reduce this because luxury, because reasons. Okay, there we go. Let's try that. Also good to see the brake bias slider back after having played the current UE4 420.3 version where the brake bias slider just disappeared for no reason. It's like, yeah, I'm not here. Everything else is there and working, but the brake bias slider just disappeared. So I think what we need is a reasonably forward, a reasonably backward, rather, bias, because we have the engine in the back. So it's a good weight distribution. Let's see if that actually pans out. Let's give this a +3 already. Come on, react slider. What's going on with you? Nah. Right, no under tray. Not that we have an option there. Off-road is not really required. And we go 4 seats. Luxury and luxury. And probably advanced 50s. Let's see. Oh, okay. Well, that of course is something I didn't consider. But that's easily fixable. Wheels, let's downsize the front wheels. There's not much weight in the front. Oh shit, is this even possible? Holy. That's awful. Let's reduce the size. I do need more in the rear. Now it's almost coming. Is it so lightweight in the front? This is ridiculous. Okay, it's scoring really well in some of the relevant categories, but not the one I really want to. Ooh, tire size discrepancy. 135 in the front, 185 in the rear. Look at that. Massive. First we need to check out the markets, and we have missed the markets by quite a bit. Probably because of the suspension tuning, which I have not done yet. So let's put this to comfort. And, okay. Now we're up there. Low sportiness penalty, so we need to get a bit better in this. Let's give it a normal tune then. That helped. No, it didn't help it. I need to work some magic here. This is not how you would tune this one. Let's reduce that. Now it's getting better. Now it's getting up there. Come on. Down, down. Yeah. With the gearing, it's a nice compromise. I mean, the automatic does pay off slightly. It gives us massive amounts of wheel spin, no sportiness whatsoever, but a big boost in comfort and some boost in prestige too. Because, I mean, having an automatic in 1952 is pretty awesome. Even though it's actually pretty shit. So, what do we do? Considering I have to drive this thing, probably want to go with a manual. One way to quite positively affect the scores is to give it a bit more quality in the tires, and we certainly can afford that. Or can we? Wait a second. Material costs 2,000? Really? Why are they so expensive? These are cross-ply tires. They're not special. Or are they? At 0, we have basically half the cost. Still, with $1,000, we have very, very high affordability at the moment. I would like to also cater slightly to the premium demographic, which you see is also scoring 144 points. That's going really well. And also probably score to the luxury premium there. Like those losers in the luxury premium who can't quite afford it. And now for the potentially tricky stuff. How much quality do they want in the entertainment and interior? That is very costly to up it, but potentially very powerful, especially with these affordability numbers. So let's see, if we up it by 2, whoa, that's going up. That's going up nicely. Yeah, the affordability is shrinking rapidly too, but +5 is not too insane. And I think it's worth it. Let's go even higher. Luxury 152 almost. There, I think we are reaching the break point. That's looking fantastic. The premium is going down, as you see. Whoa, that was a big step. That was a massive step. So a +5 looks good. That's still at 70%. Very good score. Luxury at 95, but you see how, if you look at this number, like from 70, it's dropping by 4% there, and then by 5% there. That's not really what I want. So +5. And then we put some quality into the steering as well. Because that is heavy. That is damn heavy. And of course, ride quality, very important. So let's see if they react positively to that. Yes, they do. Another +5. No. Maybe. It's still going on. +3 seems to be a good compromise. I would just like to bring this general curve down a bit and then straighten it out, but that doesn't seem to be possible with this setup. I mean, I could give it more front camber. That does what I wanted to slightly, at least. Gives us some more sportiness, which is good. Reducing the penalty. Yeah, that's almost only doing something to the sportiness, but we do want it to be stable in high-speed cornering. So let's not overdo it. It's not too important. We got rid of all the penalty here for the sportiness, so it's not keeping us from selling this thing. It's not affecting the stats much, because sportiness is only 4% of the overall score. But now let's take a look here. That is fantastic. GT 227, GT Premium 220. It's very high scoring in luxury premium at 99.8% affordability. In luxury, we have 94.8% affordability at 156.3. Sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. We don't need more power. More power only gives us more wheel spin. That's terrible. Now this thing will sell really well. Let's see if the Hetvasians also like this one. Oh yes, they do. They like it even more. 163 in luxury. pretty much spot on. Alright, time has come to design the boat. That is a massive car. Okay, let's try a few things. I'll be right back. It always takes ages to design these older cars, especially the luxury ones, because they're just crying out for chrome. And chrome we got. This is the Melkor Grand. And I think I've succeeded in creating a design that doesn't suck. This is looking rather unique. I used some fancy techniques to create some interesting aspects of the car. And yeah, I'm very satisfied with the result. And some nice detailing going on here and there. Not too much going on the sides, but of course that is not to be expected. Apart from chrome stripes. And the engine in the back, as we all know. Well ventilated through the rear, and the interesting configuration of rear vents, or grills rather. Kind of recalling some design elements from the front, and well, the striping and of course the badge and the taillights, they all fit in. We've seen that shape before. It is right there. This is a taillight, of course. It's one of these taillights. I quite enjoy this design. It's took way too long to create, but it's looking good. So the Melkor Grand. Let's see, what was the engine? Yeah, some letters and numbers. That's what the engine is. But before we export this vehicle, let's put it on the test track, shall we? So here we go. 1.5 tons, 204 kilometers an hour, maximum speed. I wouldn't dare to actually drive that fast in a boat like this with these brakes, but here we go. Brake distance, just 80 meters. It certainly doesn't look fast. Pretty heavy. If you're up at 3,000 RPM, it doesn't sound like much, but I mean that's very high revving for this engine. And boaty speeds of 180 kilometers an hour. Crazy. Oh, it actually has to lift off for the slingshot. And we're coming across the line in just below 3 minutes. 2:59:29. Doesn't it look fantastic? This is the Melkor Grand. And we are going to export it to BeamNG.drive right now. One quick fix. Oh, two rather. I chromed up the rims, and I chromed up the side mirrors. I think that fits. I think that is to be expected. Those were sticking out a little bit. So, yeah, let's export again. And here we are with the Melkor Grand. It does look pretty awesome, actually. Very nice. And yeah, you can hear the engine rumble once you get to the back of the car. That's nifty. Like the indicators and stuff are looking good as well. No complaints there. And headlights arrangement also does work. Very nice. So, question is, how does it drive? Let's give it a go. This is full manual, of course. Yeah, didn't expect that sound to come out of a car like that, but whoop, that looks too fast for this. Whoa, tail happy. It's a little tail happy. Whoa, okay.
Doesn't like accelerating through corners, that's for sure.
We can shift early. There's so much torque. And wow, 100 kilometers an hour. Let's see, Brian's Bend coming up. Probably. Oh, no, don't. Whee! Okay, got it. The brakes are garbage, but the brakes are pretty stable. Like under high-speed braking, the front locks up way earlier than the rear, so that's fine. And well, how stable is it at high speeds is the question. Yep. Oh, that's okay. Let's see how it does down to the slingshot, just so that I'm aware for later. As always, I'm going to just warm up a bit with the car and then get towards the hot lap with it. Slingshot, 173 kilometers an hour. Okay. Whoa, it's turning a bit too much. Correction. Oh. Okay, just barely got through. Okay. Oh, there's not much speed to kill here, so it should be fine. Yeah, that should be no issue. Well, you can't take that corner with 100 kilometers an hour, and that's a modern car, that. But yeah, isn't it pretty in front of the mountains? All right, some warm up, and then the hot lap. Well, there we are, ready to go. Let's roll. And here we go. Lots of wheel spin, but only up to 30. Second gear, and nice and slow through here. Well, that's not considered slow for this car, I assume. And straight line, then you can accelerate. It really doesn't like to get out of this corner. Come on, speed, please. Where are you? There, 110 kilometers an hour. Now, just a lift off for Brian's Bend. And massive correction needed, but we needed to brake anyway, so it's fine, I guess. So through a Banhammer head, and on the throttle again. And the target time to beat is 3 minutes. I don't see that happening with this car, but let's see. Through Caswell's Carousel. Don't oversteer. Early on the throttle. And now through the Daffy Flyer. Third gear. Come on. Push. Downhill will help us. There we go. And fourth. Let's see if I can keep it stable at the high speeds through here. 172 kilometers an hour. And lift the throttle. Steer against. And full throttle again. Yep. Perfect. Kept 165 kilometers an hour. Now early braking. There's not much speed to kill. Slow. And yeah, that should be good. 77 through here. And yeah, third. Okay. Very good. So far. So decent. Now we need to... Oh, wait a second. This corner needs some early-ish braking. Oh, yeah. Drum brakes. Not the best. Smooth through here, and on the throttle again. The Pomsicle is quite a challenge to keep it not breaking out at the rear. Now we need to reduce lots of speed. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. Come on, where's the grip? There. No, don't oversteer. Oh, man, that was terrible, but this car just doesn't handle well. It's not supposed to. What is it doing on the test track anyway? It's not what it's supposed to do. Okay, through here at 90. Oh, that's a little too fast. Yep, 65. My God, this is slow. So slow. And brakes again. Come on, around the corner. Oh no, that line is coming close. Go. 254, 255. No, we're not going to beat that time. But we're pretty close. 3 minutes, 1 second, and 36. And here we are back in automation with the Melkor Grand. Fantastic car, certainly not made for the track. And I believe if you're driving this one slowly, it feels just right. Looks amazing though. Great car. Yes, so what did we get here? Well, that was a 259.29 in automation, and I managed on the BeamNG on the automation test track a 3 minutes 01:36, and that leaves us with a driver score of 98.9. Not too shabby, not too shabby. I thought I would be going a little slower than that, but it's certainly easy to break the 259, that's for sure, if you drive a little bit better. With a few laps I probably would manage, and you will manage if you just download this car and try it out for yourself. As always, it is linked in the description down below, and I hope you enjoyed, and see you guys next time.